which is the true tongue. It's the Lashon Kodash. It's the true tongue, the ancient Hebrew. Thus said Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword, in the time of their calamity. Now the time of our calamity was when we were put into bondage, put into slavery. They hung our people, they hung our women upside down while they're pregnant, and they cut the babies out of their womb. You know, they
fed babies to alligators.
They fed babies to alligators. That's where the term came from, alligator bait. Picnic came from the word pick a nigger. That's where it came from. Pick a nigger. They have a perpetual hatred towards our people. The reason they have a perpetual hatred is because their forefather, Edom himself, Esau himself, sold his birthright unto Jacob for a morsel of meat. And his perpetual hatred carried on to his people throughout the generations till this very day.
You got
In the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I lived, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So the Most High, he said that he's gonna bring all the nations into subjection under Israel. So you got a second, Peter? All right. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. For the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So this isn't going to happen by how the Christians call the devil, like a big demon with a pitchfork, or and horns and a tail. Nah, there is no giant demon that is red and has big horns. Nah,
there's no fire and brimstone under the ground.
There is no such thing as hell. Hell is a condition that you are in, or hell is just the ground itself. So there is no such thing as hell.
In the lake of fire, is actually when the nukes hit this place.
It literally will become a pit of fire.
A big crater of fire.
And nobody's gonna be burning for eternity. It's for the wicked, it's gonna feel like it's an eternity. Most definitely. It's gonna feel like it's gonna take forever for you to die. Because I'm pretty sure the Most High is gonna turn off your pain reduction on your flesh. You're gonna feel every little bit of it. So we're out here to both prophesy the downfall of this kingdom with thermonuclear fire, and through the chariots of the Lord with His word and cause UFOs. Those are chariots of the Lord. They even speak of it in the scriptures.
And to further prove that, in the churches they teach you that He's all love. That's a lie. He's not all love. He has different emotions just like you and I.
So we're out here to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom and to wake up our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. The 12, which are the true 12 tribes of Israel, from Judah all the way down to Issachar,
which is 144,000, because not all of our people can be woken up.
So 1/3 of our people are going to be saved. Just 1/3. The 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. So the 2/3 are most definitely going to go on the side of the Edomites or the other heathens. How the Most High, you know, how the Most High saw the other heathens is as a drop of spittle. He said it himself. It's as a drop of spit. We wanna find that in That's in the Apocrypha. That's in
Well, I got, and I get Psalms 1, 4.
Alright, we gotta head out. Thank you for that.
You want proof? Google it. Research it yourself. Do your own homework.
I believe that.
You know? To come back to the scriptures.
I feel like they just said that just to get out of it.
He said, I go back. He also said, I believe in God. I'll walk with him fooling around with the other guys.
He's actually a young man playing around. Sometimes you gotta put his childish things away.
yeah. Alright.
So the most recent thing that she did that has her not living in has nothing.
Probably because it's spreading out the light. Like it's shining the light onto the lenses.
Get Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17.
It's Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have thee a watchman. I have made thee a watchman, look, unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth, and give them warnings from me. When I say unto the wicked, oh, it's like this.
The Most High set out watchmen in the four corners of the earth, since our people are spread out across the nations. They're spread out across all the nations on the face of the earth. You know, and he set out watchmen to give warning unto his people.
Crack my finger.
And these warnings is a prophecy that it's going to happen because it's going to be a great destruction. A great destruction from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
I feel like it. I feel
And
like
it ain't going to be pretty.
you know those moments when you're lost.
It is not going to be pretty.
That's how it feels.
And when that day comes, then our people want to actually give ear. But it would have been too late. Because it says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. And right now he can be found. He can be found right here. He can be found on the internet. Literally on YouTube. You can find Akim's videos, Akim his brothers. They go by the Great Millstone. Those are the true men of the Lord. Alright? They're gonna give you warning. And if you take heed to those warnings, you could probably have a ticket to get out of the destruction that is going to come. And you won't even have to die by fire. By thermonuclear fire. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when these things be, and what shall the sign of thy coming in the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. And Yahushua answered, For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach. Mashiach means Christ, means anointed one, or anointed. And shall deceive many. There's already a lot of false Mashiachs, a lot of false anointed. From the all these different doctrines. They already deceived many of our people. But it most definitely would deceive the elect.
Matthew 24, verse 24. For they shall rise.
That's deep. You get a bigger, excuse my language, you get a big bus here making a lot of noise. Okay.
Matthew 24, verse 24. For they shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall
Like it said, like Yahushua said.
For they shall arise false Hamashiachs, false prophets, and
There's false prophets, like literally right now, saying the mark of the beast is not the all-fighting chip, saying all types of things like all the nations can be saved and all that. They're all liars. They're all liars. But of course, continue.
and shall show great signs and wonders. It's so much that if it were possible,
If it were possible,
they shall deceive the very elect.
if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But the elect will not be deceived. For as it says in Revelations that they are virgins. Now the reading that they said that they are virgins, it's not because they are literal virgins, but more like they were not touched by these other, they were not touched, mentally touched and spiritually touched by these other doctrines, by these other doctrines, and all these other philosophies and mythologies. They weren't touched by that. So we continue with this. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See ye not, be troubled. Be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And there is wars and rumors of wars happening to this moment. There's wars and rumors of wars happening right now.
And that right now, that throws everything out the window about the movies talking about the end of the world is going to happen. Then some heroes show up to prevent the world
That's
from
why-
happening. That's supposed to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah. That's why it is best right now, the so-called black countries and Native Americans.
Edomite, dude.
The true Israelites, according to the scriptures, repent now while the Lord can be found. Repent now while the Lord can be found. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Turn from your wicked ways. Turn from your wicked ways, because the day is coming
shit.
Wait till you go to some of the churches and start asking questions to the priest, and then he start looking at that. And
He won't even listen.
Yeah, he won't even, yeah, he would look at it.
He's like, no, he's like. Because he won't even say anything even for him. No, him looking at the scriptures, he's just spent the time.
Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines. Well, there is already nations rising against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms already. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. There is earthquakes in diverse places. There's famine and pestilence in many different places. All right? Many different places.
And the biggest place it's gonna hit is here.
And it's gonna hit hard here. It's gonna hit real hard here. And all those things are they're gonna gather up. They're gonna gather up here because this is Babylon. All the nations are gonna be gathered up in the valley of Yehoshaphat, the valley of Jehoshaphat, how this world calls it. You know.
And Esau knows this is the land of confusion. There was even a music video about that years ago, sang by Phil Collins. And it showed all these puppets and all these bandits going on. Well, a bunch of people are getting all confused.
That's not the only thing. Even Esau also knows that it actually is gonna hit the fan with a nuclear, with an IBCM missile.
You know, people.
Because I forgot who was it, like I forgot her name, that rapper. Slakia, maybe you all can know who she is. That one. I don't remember. But she was doing the raps.
You could just say girl rapper.
Yeah, girl rapper, but yeah. She did a video of her singing, and I guess she was in a bunker, and the nuclear was hitting, and it's showing nukes, like in the whole music video.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't. I don't remember the name.
I don't remember.
I'm terrible at names. I talk about names. You know, and our people still want to befriend the enemy. You know, they feel comfortable here. They feel comfortable here in this kingdom. In you know, our people are really stupid. As the Most High said, they're Sodom's children. They're wise to do evil, but to do good they have none. We're literally the only light in this world. Literally. It says, let me start over. Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated for all nations, of all nations for my name's sake. The men of the Lord are already being hated. The men of the Lord's already being hated. And it's a matter of time until we actually get, you know, they take us up and they throw us in prisons, and then they start trying to kill us. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. But it's for the Yahweh Shai. It's all for Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh's with this word because God. Yahweh Shai's with this word because Jesus. You know, it's all for Him. We offer up our bodies. You kill us. You just give us a front row seat in those chariots. All right. And then shall and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall want to hate one another. And that's where the Lord separated. What did, man? I forgot the word that I can use. No. Sifting. He's the Lord's gonna be sifting a lot of men out, And there's already been a few already. There's gonna be way more. The ones that lack faith, the ones that don't even show faith since the beginning. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. There's already a lot of false prophets. They already deceive a lot of our people. And if they're one third, they're gonna make it out of it. They're gonna already find it. They're gonna find which one's the true one anyway, so it don't matter. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So you have to endure, and you have to be in the right state of mind. Because wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of those times. And if you're with those false prophets, they're not teaching 100% truth. They're not teaching 100% truth, then you're just gonna die. You're gonna fall in their wicked deeds because of their wicked deeds. Because they didn't give you warning. They're nothing but a hireling. They're nothing but a hireling. They were no shepherd to begin with. They don't give two shits. They don't give two shits about you. Excuse my language. You know. You might as well just come over here. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. You know, it is very, very close. And so look, Esau already put us at the top of the FBI or CIA?
CIA both.
It's the CIA.
We
CIA.
enemy of the state.
Yeah, we're already above the ones that bombed the Twin Towers. So it's a matter of time until we're shown as terrorists for preaching the gospel of the kingdom. And when we're showing up on the news, bam, it's shown again. It's shown on the whole earth. Shown upon the whole earth. We're officially enemies of this world. We're enemies right now, but you know, we already became enemies of the world. You know, and it's a matter of time. And if you lack knowledge, you better grow. Because the door is like that much closed. It's like you're closing it. And you only have a crack. It's around the corner. Let me jump down. Okay, so let me jump down. Matthew 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world in this time, nor ever shall be. So you already got the plagues from Egypt happening in different places, you know, and it's going to be intensified. It is going to be intensified.
So even things you never seen before, things like out of the ordinary, like Leviathan. That's gonna come out.
Yeah.
You can't escape.
Many people don't believe in the Leviathan, but it doesn't matter what you say.
You're gonna try. You're gonna try to escape by boat through the ocean, and you're gonna meet something else that's trying to eat you.
You wanna try to find that?
There's gonna be beasts you never seen before.
That's in because I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're gonna try hiding in your forests, but less you know, you're being hunted down by something.
Oh, it's Amos chapter 9, verse 1. Read down to 3. Read down
Amos chapter 9, verse 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that flee of them shall not flee away.
He that flee should not flee away. So you're gonna try to run. You're gonna try to run. Look, come over here a little more. You're gonna try to flee, and you there's no way to run, because you're gonna be slain by the sword.
And he that escape of them shall not be delivered.
So if you escape, oh, there. I think that might be a soccer player. This is might be second Ezra 16 chapter, but I can't remember. You know what? Oh, okay. You know, just stop with this. You know, you're gonna escape, but there isn't gonna be any saving. No one's gonna deliver you. No one's gonna save you in that time. And in that time, you're gonna seek this. This is Revelation chapter 9, verse 6. And in those days shall men seek death, it shall not find it. And shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. So you running away, you're gonna regret even running away, because you rather now that you think about it, you rather die than to die of famine or dehydration, because it is a slow, very 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 slow, painful death. It's a very 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 slow and painful death.
Amos chapter 9, verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, and thence I will bring them down. And though they hide themselves on top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea.
So they're gonna try to dig in. They're gonna try to dig into hell, into the ground, which is referring to those bunkers. So shall his hand take them. So he's gonna just take them right out of the ground. Yo, I can just imagine it. I can just imagine it. Just the whole bunker just being pulled out of the ground. The whole thing. There is no escaping. No bunker's gonna save you. Going to the bottom of the ocean. This is what's gonna happen to you.
All right. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, then I will command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
So he will command the serpent, and he shall bite you. So he's going to command that big Leviathan, and he is going to just completely eat you. You're going to be his first. You're going to be his first cookie in a very long time. It's going to be a sweet snack. You're trying to hide from the Lord, and he got a command from the Most High from a very long time, and he's gonna eat you. There is no hiding from the destruction that's coming. You can't flee from it. Oh yeah.
Job chapter 41 verse 1. Can thou draw out Leviathan with an hook? Or his tongue with a cord? With thou let down? Can thou put a hook
You all got
unto his
ICBMs
nose?
just for you.
Or bore his jaw through a thorn? So according to the Bible, there's gonna be some things that will be very terrifying. Something unheard of, something unseen.
Never since the beginning of the world, like I said, it's Matthew. You know,
So some of these heathens, they know there's a Leviathan out there. That's why Godzilla got made. That's why they use Godzilla as the king of the monsters.
you know.
So when Japan got nuked on World War II by the atom bomb, one of them says, "You are walking the sleeping giant." What were they talking about? They knew something.
These heathens know more than our people. Our people are completely broken. That's where the Most High and His only begotten Son refers them as dry bones, as the dead. You know, so like it says in it said Matthew 24 verse 21. Then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. If you have your eyes open, you could tell that these days are way shorter. If it wasn't shorter, this earth would get destroyed by Esau in his the things that he's doing to this earth, because he's destroying the earth. This should have destroyed him that destroyed the earth. Roughly paraphrasing. So you know, this actually goes pretty good with the Apostle Ramlaps. Thing that he mentioned not too long ago. Not mentioned, he was doing a live stream about it. This is Matthew chapter 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is a Mashiach, or there, believe it not. For there shall rise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You know, that's that Project Bluebeam. Apostle Remlop was doing research about it. You know, Esau could probably use that and try to deceive Esau's last scheme to try to deceive the world, putting all these false idols all together, and make it seem like they were all working together, or being as one. Esau's scheme to make the world have all in one mind type of thing. You know, but if it were possible, they could deceive the very elect. So if it were possible, and that means it must have seemed pretty well made, if you know what I mean.
And they had done concerts with that prototype laser. Like they brought like Michael Jackson from the dead to do a performance, and it was a hologram. and
Yeah.
it was look realistic
They
and
also
everything.
use over there in Japan those what do they call them again? Those one idols that they have over there. It's funny how they call them idols too.
Yeah.
It's little gods over there. So there's
Yeah.
the famous hologram, some anime thing, and they just have them sing. They just have them sing. It's just a hologram, and like Miku, I think it's called. And some other ones. They use holograms for those. So you know that these nations, that Islam's trying to work with these nations, try to make it, especially Japan, try to make those holograms for the Project Bluebeam. See, this is Oh, okay. So let me continue. Behold, verse 25. Behold, I told you before. Therefore, they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, and go not forth. And behold, he is in the secret chambers. Believe it not. So they're gonna be saying that he's there. All right, and then they're gonna be saying he's over there, like he's in different places all at one time. That's how Esau works. Esau's gonna try to show stuff like that. So I could actually see that with the Project Bluebeam, like they're doing Project Bluebeam over here, Project Bluebeam over there, you know, and showing it in different parts of the world, making it seem like it's a real thing. But yo, I can see it at that very same moment. The chariots come down. Chariots come down.
Shows up.
So it's saying like as if he's going to be in the desert, in the secret chambers, like he's in two different places at the same time, or that, or like one day he's in the desert and then one day he's in the secret chambers, you know, something like that. But it says 23. No, select it. 27. For as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So it's going to be fast and it's going to be wide, big, because if lightning strikes, some lightning shines over there, it's going to shine over there too. That means he's going to be seen across, most definitely. You know, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Because the chariot that Yahushua is going to come down in, as it says in Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, not even Ezra could see the ends of the hills that were graven. How we would say it, but that was the chariots that came out of the sea, which is referring to the sky, because it looks like a sea up there, anyways. But referring to the sky because it's talking about the sea above. And of course, Esau's going to try to come and subdue the man that came out of the giant chariot. So you know, Yahushua looks like a man, but he's not coming as a man. He's coming greater than a man. For whosoever the carcass is,